What's up, y'all? It's your girl Drea back with another vlog here on my channel. Let me put this down right quick because who about to carry this camera? Not me. Oh, can we put... Oh, yeah. So what's up, y'all? It's your girl Drea back with another video. I have a vlog for you guys today. It's been a while since I vlogged. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But we are actually entrepreneurially. We are doing stuff that the Lord has called us to do, and we doing it in real time. We ain't talking about it today. We're actually doing it. Amen. There's a window right here. That's why I'm looking everywhere. If y'all did not know, I am the Workforce Development Chair of the Urban League of Louisiana. So we are here tonight at the library. As y'all can see, it's nice in here. Okay. We are here at the library for our first event. We planned an event series, so we want to bring out members. We want to bring out people to, you know, kind of help them redefine purpose, help them to rediscover their purpose. It's a lot of things going on in the world, y'all already know, but in the workforce, y'all know the job market is trash right now, right? But I do believe that this is the perfect time to rediscover your purpose and rediscover what you actually want to do in your career. So tonight's event, or really this event series, is all about that. But tonight is our first installment. It is a beautiful day out today. Don't know if you guys can see, but it's sunny. It's so beautiful. I love this library. I be bringing JJ here all the time. But yeah, it's really nice out today, so hopefully there is a good turnout. We did not have the proper promotion. That's neither here nor there, but as y'all can see, somebody did walk in and said, she said that she wouldn't be able to come to this event, but she does want to go to other events that we are having on this particular topic. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm just setting up. I don't really have much to do. It starts in about 30 minutes or so. So we're going to start off with like some networking. We're going to, you know, exchange phone numbers and talk to people and all of the things. And then we're going to get into the actual discussion. We have a speaker. Her name is Sonia Daniels, and I absolutely love her. She is amazing at what she does. And it's so funny because me and her are literally like on the same page. We are on the same page as it pertains to like our consulting business and things that we do in the community. All of the things that we have in common led her to coming here and being our first speaker of this event series. So I'm excited. Y'all see my hair? She's getting thick, okay? She's getting thick everywhere. Let me act appropriately, okay? Y'all, I'm looking at all of these people outside. We need to close these blinds. I'm uncomfortable. They're like, who is this girl talking to the camera? She's literally in there talking to herself, but that's fine because that's what we do. We're content creators, okay? Amen. I am going to wait for the others to get here. My co-chair, Mr. Queen, he will be here in a little bit. So I'm just going to wait for everybody to get here and then hope your event goes well. Oh, thanks, brother. Sent a prayer your direction. My brother loves me, and I love him. We're going to get started in a little bit. So, yeah. Y'all can just come along and see what we be doing because we be doing stuff. Okay? Analysis. I created some quizzes and things like that for YP membership, and anyone who took that quiz, they stated that they are in a career that they do not like. They do not want to be there. It's unfulfilling, and they stated that they want to be in totally new industry. So with that data, we came up with this event series. helping everyone to navigate that journey. Redefining purpose. Purpose is the reason for something that is created, the reason something exists, right? So a lot of people don't know what their purpose is. A lot of people don't know what they get up and go to work for, what they do for, right? So we want to just kind of help people navigate that process. Redefining purpose in the workplace, that's a whole new topic that we are exploring, especially as young Black professionals.
So I'm Dr. Sonia Daniels. I'm the founder of S. Daniels Consulting. I am also the founder of Lemon, which is an app that's going to turn into a software company with the goal of building out the software to exit the company. And so prior to getting into consulting, I've always kind of lived in a middle management role, kind of lived in director positions where I got to work with executive leadership, but then also got to work with like frontline staff. And so for me, I love working with people. I love nurturing people. And essentially, I love inspiring people to be their best selves. And so that's kind of how I got to talent development. But I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always dabbled in entrepreneurship. So SDC is my third business. I'm gonna have an idea. I'm gonna try it. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Who gonna judge me? And so that's kind of just how I, navigate life. When I have a vision for something, I act on it quickly. But I just love people in general. So I think that's why I've been called into the space that I'm in and why I do what I do, because I just absolutely love people and love just sharing my story with people. So I don't know, was that good?
That was really good. That was really good.
Okay, right.
Before we get into like questions and stuff, I do want to just get everybody's feedback and understanding of like, what is your definition of purpose, and do you feel that you found that purpose? Do you feel like you're doing something purposeful? If not, what are some ways do you believe that you can start finding your purpose? Anyone?
As far as definition of purpose, for me, it's just whatever that idea or feeling is that just won't leave your mind. That's what it is for me, regardless of how much you try to put it off, or if other life events happen or other things happen that come in and take priority, it still resurfaces right back to the front of your mind. If you really do focus on like your self-development and, really think about, okay, what is the life that I want to create for myself? What does that look like? At some point you are going to say, okay, you know what, that idea, I'm going to act on it. And yeah.
Whatever like drives you to do what you do.
And I can add to that. I think purpose is something that's bigger than yourself, right? Something that, I'm thinking the word that's in my head is impact. Something that brings some type of impact, no matter what different area of field it's in. And I think when you know your purpose, it makes it easier for you to navigate, because essentially it's like the vision. It's like where to go. I think the challenge is knowing which area to take to get there, to get that done, to make that impact. And just thinking about myself professionally and personally, it's kind of trying to tailor up which direction helps solve that purpose and high, I guess I'm looking for, right? To be able to make that impact, to have something that you stand on that's bigger than yourself. How do you kind of get there, right? Which way makes the better sense? And then as an entrepreneur, that's where that challenge can definitely come in at. But to kind of give some ideas of what I've been doing, it's the same thing with Sonya, right? You try, throw spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks. You test different avenues out to see what actually kind of works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't fit you. I'm big on energy, so if the energy ain't really there, if it's not given, then we got to pivot to something else, right? But how can we still stay attached to whatever that drive is that's trying to get you that impact?
It sounds like a lot of us have pivoted a lot in our careers, entrepreneurial-wise. I know it seems like both of you are looking to pivot into entrepreneurship.
What you mean looking? I'm already in entrepreneurship.
And pivot, and when I say pivot, I mean, because even for me, for a long time, I didn't accept the identity of an entrepreneur. I didn't think that I could do it. I thought it was going to be temporary. But now that I have like this vision of, okay, what I want to do requires entrepreneurship. So now I have to accept that identity. And once you accept that identity, everything changes.
Yeah.
The types of jobs, the types of opportunities you go for, that changes. The type of people you hang around, that changes. Your development and the groups and the people that you're around, that
Your
changes.
spaces, your
The
circles.
spaces, it changes. But I think just learning how to pivot and navigate that process. How do we get people to understand the purpose in pivoting, the importance of pivoting? Because we can stay at a job because of the security. We can stay at the job because, oh, well, I've been there for so long. Well, I don't know if I can do entrepreneurship. It was temporary at one time. But how do we get people's mindset to kind of shift in pivoting into something more purposeful? I want you to answer it, but I do want you to answer it.
Yeah, what's up?
So I tell people all the time that I used to tell people tomorrow is not promised, but the next hour is not promised. And so I am a believer in that it is important to live the most fulfilling life possible, whatever that looks like to us individually, right? So for one person, that might look like one thing, and for somebody else, it might look completely different, right? And so because I have that belief in that we have to live our best lives, I move with a lot of purpose in the way I like function in my life. So with my business will be 8 years old. Well, this business, SDC, will be 8 years old in November. Thank you. And so, although I was doing great work in my business, something fell off. Like every day I would wake up, I'm like, something just fell off. Like something don't feel right. And for the longest, like I couldn't put my finger on it. And so when I really started to sit down and look at the data and analyze like what was working well in my business and what wasn't working well. So I'm really big into tracking client results because transformation is like our top metric when it comes to like success for the business. And so although we were doing these phenomenal projects, we weren't getting clients to adopt like their strategic plans, whatever like type of strategy we were building for them, they were not adopting it. And so for me, that was an indication that something wasn't working with the business. And so around, I would say January, when the new administration came in, I knew it was gonna throw the economy, into shreds. And so I was kind of prepared for that. And so I was like, well, if the economy is about to be in an upheaval, this is a perfect opportunity for me to like kind of fall onto this wave instead of resisting it, to like pivot my business. And so in March, I let go of my team members. I went back down to a solo consulting firm because then I didn't want resistance in the pivot because I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to ride the wave and I didn't want to have any, people stopping me from making that change. I did a full rebranding. I basically like re-envisioned the whole company. And so for me, I knew that, and like I said in my intro, I love working with people. I love inspiring people to be their best selves. I love helping people find their way home. I heard this quote one time. We were asking about purpose. I was watching this podcast with Lauren London, and they asked her what was her purpose, right? And so she was like, she believes that all of our purposes on earth is to walk each other home. And when she said that, I was like, damn, that's so prolific. But I got what she meant, right? Is that like we're all on individual journeys, but we come across people who we need or they need us in whatever season it is. And whatever we've experienced in life, we have a testimony to share with them to be like, hey, you can do this thing. Like, I want to be the person to help you do that, right? Pivoting is always about, I get a nudge or I get a vision from God and I'm like, let me act on it because this is my way of shifting into a place where I'm gonna have to help somebody get to where they need to go, right? I love sharing information. I feel like abundance isn't sharing information. Abundance isn't sharing wisdom. For me, to Travis's point, it's not always about money. If I can share knowledge with people, I'm abundant. Like I'm rich, So I live a very rich lifestyle. It might not look like it in my bank account, but the way I move through life is I live a very rich and wealthy life. So
Kind of piggyback off that, a lot of stuff you touched on. It's crazy because the inspiration you gave her, I feel the exact same way you just felt.
Yeah, and
Just
I
by-
told you, you
Yeah,
inspired
just
me.
by our conversation, see you now pivoted to software development, and then like not just this is an idea, like no, Q, I'm going to do this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think when it comes down to making a pivot, the biggest thing comes with, like I said, I'm big on energy. The one thing I know everybody, you think about, in certain situations, don't play with my time, don't play with my money, don't play with mine, is don't play with my energy. Because I cherish it so much because when I'm coming at 100. And being able to, I don't know if this is like a gift that I just have from God himself, where it's like, I can sense. I don't know if y'all like this. When the energy is off,
Oh
Baby, that discerning.
it is off. You can feel it, right? And it's almost as if, go where the energy takes you. And the biggest reason why a lot of times it is a struggle is the word resistance that you use, right? You feel the energy, but it's like, I don't want to go there. But at some point, God gonna force your ass to. It's something gonna happen where you gonna get fired. You gonna get, something gonna happen where it's gonna force you out. And I'm proud of that because I had to go through that sometimes when I'm in my own ignorant phases. It's like, no, I want to do a certain way, and it's like, you passed this. The energy's not even here. You can feel it. So I think definitely being able to educate is important, right? Being able to help, people find their way home, but using education is critical because when it comes down to knowledge, that's the one way. I read something recently that said, like, whenever you're lost, let me see if I can find it on my phone. Whenever you're lost, the answer to your problems is education. I'm kind of gotten away from the show it aspect, from the tell it aspect, and move forward towards the show it. Because at this point, thinking about my little brother, thinking about the younger generation underneath us, telling them to do something is going to go through both ears and come out the same ear. It's not going to register across, right? But being able to show them, right? Being able to show them makes it all of much more believable that it's possible to get done, right? Being able to show somebody that it's possible to start a consulting firm, and I got 3 clients, right? Being able to see that. How many times somebody try to sell you something, or try to get you to buy something that they don't even have, right? Try to do something that's like, well, show me how you do it before I buy it, you know what I mean? But all in all, saying that to say, to help someone find that pivot is basically in my world is more showing them, giving them different types of ways that they can look at to see it really happening versus just telling. Because, I've been told a lot of things and then they go do the opposite of what they tell me to do, right? So it doesn't work.
As early as because it's like, man, you've been doing this for a while and you're successful. And so it's like, how do we go from this level of success to the next level of success? And with that comes to, it's like, oh, I gotta do something that I have never done before, kind of thing. I gotta shift technology, or I have to, and part of like the leadership transformation, like I need to learn how to help employees out in a way that I never had to really hold hands with employees before and figure out how to work that. And so it's like a lot of, like I say, resistance to something because, man, this thing has been working for me, and I've been content with it working for me the way it has been working for me, kind of thing. And so it's like all of those things, like in the mix of resistance to doing something different.
If it works, cool. If it doesn't, but at least I have a story to tell people and then to teach people how to do it, So at the end of the day, I feel like if you become the best consultant better than me, I'm cool with it. Because then maybe my purpose was to help teach you how to do this thing, right? And so I think that's why, for me, I don't necessarily look at it as like competition either, because then that might have been my purpose in Crystal's life. So, and that's cool.
And I appreciate you for that.
Of course,
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And I also appreciate Travis and Tyler for at that meeting at Fiery Crab. After the I'm trying to think, it was the Urban League event, and we met Fiery Crab, and they told me to go out because I was scared. I was like, oh, I don't know about starting my own consulting firm, and that was 2023. And then March of 2024, March 2024, I spoke on a panel discussion at Tulane University for a Women's Empowerment Summit. And someone came up to me and was like, hey, this is great. Like, I need you to help educate and train, and do professional development at my organization. And I was like, I don't even know where to begin. And that's how I was like, I need help. And then we met at Mid-City kindergarten. And we had that conversation. I appreciate you so much for she gave like a wealth of knowledge, no gatekeeping, like everything.
My dog.
It really like helped because I was like, I didn't even know I needed this. I didn't know I needed that. Like, I didn't know I had to register with the state. I didn't know I needed an EIN. But yeah, she guided me. I have actually all of my little steps on a Microsoft Word document. So when it came time, it is. 'Cause I didn't even know. Like I have a Microsoft Word document with everything, all the notes, like steps to start our business.
Yeah.
Girl, you need to go and write a book on that.
Yeah.
And let me say this, when it comes to that, I've realized that social media, being visible, putting videos out, that is going to be so valuable for consultants, especially like the people that's in this room. So if you're not already,
Thank you, Travis. All right. Cool.
if you're not already, create your content. Like, integrate that into your business strategies for real. Because I'm now, mind you, I was supposed to got on YouTube years ago, consulting. But the fear of what are people gonna say and this and that, that kept me away from it. But recently, I actually made a video talking about how millennials, cause we all millennials in here, right? I talked about how millennials are in the perfect position to become consultants. We are in the perfect position to be leaders, entrepreneurs in the corporate space, whatever. Like, we are positioned perfectly, and this is the time to execute. I'm now getting comments from people saying, I had a dream about what you said, and now it's helping me in my business. Or, the Lord woke me up out of my sleep, told me to go look at your YouTube video. And here I am in my head talking about, well, what are they gonna say and this and that. And it's like just a simple 10-minute video talking on a particular topic. Post it. It don't matter if it's 10 people, 14 people, 40 people looking at it. Like this woman, I was scrolling on TikTok one day. She said she got her first speaking engagement on a video where she had 40 views. 40. She didn't know who was looking at her, but it brought her her first speaking engagement. She wasn't looking for nothing, just posting,
The purpose was bigger.
showing up. And so I'm really like, even on my social media, I'm like in this space where I'm like, if I feel the need to say something, I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna put that filter on. I don't care what I look like, and I'm gonna just put it out there because it's like a signal. You getting that? I need to say this, or I need to create this type of video. I need to express this thought. I need to articulate this thought to my followers. Act on that quick. Like you said, pivot quickly. You need to act on that. Like a lot of people always tell me, well, I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, but I don't have a camera, or I don't have the equipment, or I don't have this, I don't have that. I don't know how to do the thumbnail. They got a billion videos on YouTube showing you how to do a thumbnail. There's no more time for excuses. Like, you see other people doing what you want to do. But whatever it is that's stopping you, you need to address that quick.
And that goes back to Travis's point though about like, when we are not willing to put ourselves out there, then how are we punishing other people from not receiving that knowledge or wisdom, right? Because it's like, there's not one, I would say there's not one occupation on this earth where it doesn't require us to be vocal about what it is that we're doing, right? And so aside from like vanity metrics and aside from feeling like we gotta be fancy on social media, we just have to talk about what it is that we're doing. Like I didn't know nothing about insurance, Travis. Nothing. I still don't. That's on you because you are a subject matter expert in insurance to talk about what it is that you do. You gotta do it. It's not an option.
It's not an option.
Insurance is so complicated. And I'm saying that to say, like, I'm being funny, but I'm saying that to say we all gotta talk about what it is that we're doing. Because we just never know what little nugget is gonna come out. And somebody's gonna take that one nugget, and that's the one piece of information that they need to get them to their next phase in life. That is just the reality of what we've been called to do.